Tommy Reynolds has his gun out. He's pointing the gun, and all of a sudden, I see this woman.
They say it's on every single station. They're saying that Daddy died.
I don't think his life ended at Holston's that night.
If it wasn't for Sopranos, I don't know if I'd be here,
My first thing, and I'm with these legends, De Niro.
One night I jumped out of a car doing 60 miles an hour because I was addicted.
Salute, Mob 2. Salute, Mob Tube. How's everybody doing today? We're going to have a good show. Yes, we are. There's only 83 people, but it's all right. This is what happens when you put 800 videos on private. 900, whatever it was. That's what happens. The algorithm gets very mad at you. But I want to talk about some things you might like to hear about, and I'm going to introduce you to my new friend. Matter of fact, I think we can call this mofo my best friend. So just give me an example. Sorry, give me a second. Look, I looked at this, and it said, this is an example. See how things get into your head? Miss Can't Be Wrong, Jesse Roth, Sally, Jordan Canada, Joseph Montanero, Tatone. Sally, $30 for the suit, the three-piece suit. Thank you, Sally. Thank you very much. I don't know what I'd do without you. War, salute to you, my friend. I'm in an extra good mood today. Some of you guys might know why. Chicken Hawk Lee, member for 11 months. Hello, people. Thank you, Chicken Hawk Lee. Ooh. That's Bill. I will have to call. Give me 1 second. All right. Yes, thank you, Chicken Hawk Lee. Jordan Canada, you ain't shit. Michael Hensley, we love you too. Casey Robinson, a.k.a. the Shaky Shooter. Angela's Right Nut. Brutally Brittany. When I said surprise, don't get too excited. I didn't mean like there's going to be a surprise. I just meant surprise live. Like I decided to come on out of nowhere, which I do quite often. So maybe it's misleading. But I will be talking about something you probably wouldn't have expected me to talk about. So maybe it is a surprise. What was I just going to say? I could have sworn I just got something. Not sure. Gordon Joseph 69, BX. Well, you know what I did? I did my usual. I was in I shaved. I took a shower. I got out at like 4:58, and I thought, let me do a live. I'll call it Surprise Live at 5. And then I just scheduled it, and here I am. But I think you guys will like this show. Brutally Brittany, Canadian, $5. It isn't much, but here you go. I hope your mom and family are well. Well, thank you, Brittany. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hey now. How you doing, my friend? Lisa Marie, John DeLong. Oh, man, I hope you feel better soon, my friend. Nobody's feeling well these days. You know what? Calandra. You know what? Omen. What's good? If you're new, welcome. Yes, that's true, Jordan Canada. That's right. Anything helps. I am poor. I am broke. I have no money. I lost everything, so due to, my continued, the rumors about me, that all must be true, right? Because of the reliable people who are spreading them. Due to all of those things, I am now destitute, okay? Even this shirt I'm going to sell as soon as I'm done doing this show. Danny Green, member for 2 months, FBS, what it do, kid? Our mutual friend in Springfield, Massachusetts says hello, brother. Tell him I said hello. I haven't talked to him for a few months. Hopefully I'll talk to him soon. Crypto Crotch, Joe Bag of Donuts. BX, FBS, I watched your show from yesterday. I totally agree about Inside Man. I told Gambino last week that movie sucked. It was filmed in LA, for Christ's sake. Yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible. If you don't have the budget to make a good movie, just don't make a movie. Do everybody a fucking favor, you know? Especially if you're going to use a story like that can be turned into a fucking blockbuster hit. Please don't do that. People who made Inside Man. Hey now, member for 12 months? How about pizza delivering some goods today? Well, I just might be addressing that. Hey now. But yes, you know, Tony Pizza's a funny individual. Sometimes he can make you sad. Sometimes he can make you happy, you know? And because he's such a trustworthy individual, he's spilling the beans left and right. And that makes me happy. Edward Everett. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Campion. Oh, you mean yesterday or today? Yesterday, I'm assuming, right? Well, I hope you're feeling better. And if not, I don't feel like you need to be here. I love having you here, but, you know, it'll be okay. Della's my name. What up? What up? Hello, ladies, he says. Well, hello, Della's my name. Della's here for the ladies, apparently, only. Miss Can't Be Wrong, FBS, if I can get the right folks to listen, I'm getting FBS and Crew a Polo Association Polo sponsorship. Oh, yeah? That would be fucking dope, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Absolutely. You would be even more of my hero than you already are, if that's possible. Pizza taketh and pizza giveth. Yes. Jordan Canada, the movie was that bad, bro. Keep hearing people say it wasn't awful, but it wasn't spectacular. No, you know me. Like, I go over the top with everything. I'm not saying it's horrible, like you're going to want to gouge your eyes out after you saw it, but it's just not what you'd expect. You know, we all know a lot of stuff about the mob, especially a story like the Gemini Lounge and the DeMeo crew. So, you know, we want to see some Goodfellas level shit, you know? And that wasn't it. But no, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. If you're interested in that subject, the mob in general, or the Mayo crew, yeah, you probably want to see it. But I was just disappointed, you know, because Jeff Nadeau kind of made it sound like it was a little bit better than it was, you know, and that's why Jeff sucks, and that's why I did the show I did last night. But I love you, Jeff. Albert the Truth-Telling Alligator, hey. All right, guys. First of all, let me introduce you to my new best friend. I don't bring friends on this show often, but today I decided to. Are you ready? You see, without the fucking glare of the light. Me and this pair of sneakers is going to have a long, happy, healthy life together. That's all I can say. Yes, Tony Ducks, did you get yours today too? So I just wanted to introduce you. I haven't named them yet, but we'll just call them Mike or Jordan, maybe, you know, or number 23. Ooh, yes. Beautiful. I haven't seen them. I'm sure they exist, Miss Can't Be Wrong, but I don't have them. Tony Ducks could tell you if they have these with Carolina Blue. I wouldn't doubt it, but I'll tell you the truth. I don't think I ever saw them with Carolina Blue. A lot of Jordans you can get with that color way, but, you know, not 12s. I don't know yet. But if they're not out yet and they haven't been released ever, they will be. Thank you, Jordan Canada. New sneakers, FBS. We talked about this. Yeah, well, listen, like I said, since I am now broke and on the balls of my ass, these will be getting returned promptly after the show, right after I sell this polo shirt and all my jewelry. It makes me sad, but you got to do what you got to do. Priorities, you know? Morgan & Morgan. Hello. Is this a lawyer? I don't know. If so, I might be needing your services. No, I already got somebody. South Philly Tony, what it is. Tony Ducks, I got my pair thrown at me about a half hour ago. My girl was not happy about another pair of sneakers showing up. Yeah, Shanna could have probably done without it too, you know, but these are not a luxury. These are a necessity. I need to make that clear, okay? Tony Ducks knows the type of pain and suffering I'll feel if I just let a pair like this slip away. It's not easy. It's not appealing. It's not desirable. It's not something you want to ever have to suffer through. Okay, so I don't buy these because I can afford them or because I feel like it or because I just like them so much I want to wear them. I buy them because I need them. Like people need food and water and oxygen. I need those. Okay, and many of the other pairs I have. Sneaker of the week. Yeah, that's right, sir. Okay, Morgan and Morgan, let's do it. I love the characters in here. So I wonder where you got that picture from. Is that somebody specific that I'm not aware of? It probably is. My new love affair, yes. Oh, don't forget to wear a condom. I don't think I'll be going that far with them, but thank you for the advice. Wear a condom is always good advice. Oh, thank you, Sally. I think so too. You know, I hope Shanna understands, you know, that I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my new best friend. I hope so. I think she'll understand. All right. That's true. There are. Yes. Matter of fact, I heard stand-up guy say something good earlier. You know, I'm starting to like stand-up guy more and more every day. He really is a good dude. He really is. And I appreciate, you know, him standing up for me here and there. And I of course, will and will always do the same for him. He's a good guy. But he said earlier about, you know, he was addressing the guy in Florida, and he said that I'm a winner. Me, meaning, you know, he said it in the context of if I haven't done drugs today, I'm a winner. And that's a very good statement to make because that's true. That's true. If you're clean and sober, supposed to be, or in recovery, or even if you're just an addict and you haven't gotten clean and sober yet, but you woke up today and didn't do anything, you're a winner. Absolutely. In my case, I'm very, very lucky that I've had it rather easy, and I have well over 4 years now clean and sober, and I'm very happy about that too. I'm very proud of it as well. So I appreciate those words from stand-up guy. But honestly, no matter who you are, if you haven't done drugs today, then that's a good thing. Okay, no matter who you are, even if you're just a casual user. It's okay, FBS. I broke my leg when I was 17. I had my friends drive me to the mall to buy new sandals. See, that's what I'm talking about. Priorities. Jesse Roth, anybody with common sense knows. Long before you go get your leg fixed, you go get new shoes. Okay, that's the first thing that has to be replaced. You got to see my Uptowns that got ruined that night. They're in horrible shape, but I hated those anyway. But I will get them replaced. Don't worry. And I won't be paying for them. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He really is. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know, shit that happened in the past is the past. That's it. And I don't even know everything that happened because you know me. I just don't listen to me or I don't listen to me. I don't listen to others quite as much as they listen to me. And I don't think stand-up guy listened to me that much either. So we have a better understanding of each other now. That's right, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I'm trying, and if people donate today, I could take care of business even better. Oh, losers. Harvey, you're a horrible person for saying that. All right. So I'm going to say some things about today's events. Yes, he's fucking hilarious. He's great at this, you know, and it bothers a lot of fucking people. He's really, really good at this shit. He is. You know, he could just entertain you for hours, period. Like I said the other day, there's not many of us that could do that, you know, and he's a trip. You know, he is. He's funny as a motherfucker. I think he deserves a lot more subs than he has, to be honest with you. Harvey Runick. Jesus, these comments. I don't know who you are, but I'm not sure how to judge you as of right now. But it's okay because I don't need to do that. I'm just happy to have you here. I think we'll see how it goes. All right. So I'm gonna bring up the elephant in the room, so to speak, and I'm not talking about myself. Okay. I don't like to talk about this anymore because it's bad for me and it's bad for what's going on and the situation currently taking place. I don't, I really would rather not talk about it. You know, I don't even really like other people talking about it, but I don't care because, whatever they do can't affect what I got going on, but I can. So I'm not antagonizing anybody. I'm not putting out any threats. I'm not discussing too much. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. Okay. First of all, for any of you, like a guy today who posted, made a long community post about how street he is and how street I'm not and how he ain't FBS. He must have said it 6 times. That's right, my friend. Don't ever forget it. You are not FBS. Okay. And I am not you. You don't know me. You don't know what took place that night. But I guess you just listen to your lying scumbag friend Sessa, and you'll just, keep saying whatever he feeds you. Whatever. You're such a street guy, by the way. I saw your record. It's about 5 DUIs and a simple possession. Yeah. Super street. Anyway, anybody who, like that, for example, who believes the fairy tale of the one-on-one fight, you're starting to figure it out yet? That you don't even have to take my word for it? You're starting to figure it out? Let's see what has been released. There's a picture of me on the ground looking like I just got kicked in the face, right? And who's in that picture? Can you tell? You can tell because he wears the same shirt in every picture you'll ever find him in, including the video where he was choking the shit out of me that night. And where he was standing by, where it looks like I just happened to get kicked right in the fucking face. So that's, we know of now, okay? There's one, the guy that says there was a one-on-one fight. There's 2, the guy that has, pictures of himself choking me and appears to be kicking me in one video, okay? Pizza admitted to Ronnie, that's 3, okay? And everybody knows somebody's brother was there. And like I said, I will always believe that there was someone else, okay? So if you're still going to lie to yourselves and say that was a one-on-one fight and I didn't get jumped, say whatever you'd like. If you're going to ignore the fact that it's 2 fucking weeks later and my left hand still doesn't look anything like my right, okay? And you can't take anything from that, okay? Do whatever you'd like, whatever fits your bias, okay, and your narrative. If you're going to take away the fact that Tony Pizza said that Johnny Mac had bruises all over his head and body, okay, ignore that too, okay? And ignore the fact that we know that, according to them, at least 3 people were beating on me in one way, shape, or form, okay? Now add to that the fact that a certain picture got posted also, okay? And that picture seemed to be Mr. One-on-One Fight's car with a whatever you want to call it, a club, a nightstick, a bat, and bear spray. Fucking bear spray. Okay? If you want to ignore all these things and believe the fairy tale that I got beat by that fucking guy in a one-on-one fight, then I have magic beans and the Brooklyn Bridge to sell you. Okay? It's in your fucking dreams. Never happened, never will. Okay? You believe whatever the fuck you need to believe. Okay? But let's go over what we have now. We have, by their own admittance, okay, or admission, I'm sorry. By their own admission, me talking like Lee, we have one guy who claims there was a one-on-one fight, saying that he hit me a lot, right? We have another guy that you could tell, he has his hands on me in one picture, and the other picture, he looks like he's kicking me while I'm on the ground, okay? And then we know about the guy, Ronnie, who I said was hitting me with a bat and beating the shit out of me from behind, okay? After I already had my nose broken and my fucking teeth loosened, and I was just trying to get the fuck away before the situation got worse, right? So now you know of 3 people that were definitely hitting me and kicking me, okay? Let's go back. You have a video of Mr. One-on-One Fight driving around my neighborhood. By the way, he's such a fucking moron. He said something like, he said there's no traffic in this neighborhood. I think he passed 1 car the entire time in that video. Is that what I said? There's no traffic. Nobody ever drive. Or did I say not many cars drive on this street? Oh, yeah. I got to watch, though, because people will take what I say and make what they want of it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Now, I want to point out something very important in that video, in case anybody didn't notice it or through willful ignorance just decided not to see it. When he passed my house, my car was there. What am I getting at? That whole thing took place hours after that. And how do I know? Because I know whose cars would have or wouldn't have been there based on the time of day. That was multiple hours later or earlier. Okay, I'm sorry, before the thing took place. That was, I'm going to say 5 to 7 hours before the actual event took place. He passed my house. My car was right there, meaning where was I? At home, right? Oh, I was at home. So why didn't he stop? Why didn't he go live? Or he has my number, call me and say, bro, I'm outside. Let's do this. Why didn't he do that? Why did he wait 5 to 7 hours until 4 other guys showed up? Why? Because he's so tough, right? He could kick my ass. He beat me in a one-on-one fight, right? Really? So a guy who could beat me in a one-on-one fight had to wait 5 to 7 hours for his crew to get there and completely drove right past my house, who knows how many times, while my car was sitting right there and it was plain to see that I was at home. I may have even been live at the time. Right? And what did he have in the car with him? Bear spray and a bat. But FBS, you didn't get hit with a bat. You're making it up. There was no bat. Oh, could it be pure 100% solid vindication yet again that FBS doesn't lie and everything he tells you, D fucking tail for detail, is exactly how it went down? Yeah, I don't lie. Let me tell you, if the guy would have came here, even with his friends, and would have beat the shit out of me, as embarrassing as that would have been, I still would have told you the fucking truth about it. I would have said, listen, little motherfucker can fight. You know, I would have said some shit like that. I don't lie. I have no reason to lie. I'm not a stupid individual. I can't lie about things that I know for a fact are on video from multiple cameras. Why would I do that? Because let me tell you what would happen if I did lie. That maybe somebody I trusted who had the real information would start leaking it, like Tony Pizza's doing with Johnny Mac. Okay? Yeah, I should be a fucking lawyer. I know. All right? I know. This is for all the naysayers and the bullshitters and the FBS haters who want to believe this fairy tale that a one-on-one fight took place. Okay? Yeah, for about 30 seconds, and I was demolishing him. Okay? Until I started getting hit from behind. Did he get a few hits in after that? Most likely. Okay? But that's facts. There was no bat. There was no bat. There was no bat. Oh, look at that. Right in this fucking passenger seat. Yeah. See? I don't lie. Who the fuck would lie about getting hit in the thigh repeatedly with a bat? If I was going to lie about somebody having a bat, I'd say they hit me in the back. They hit me in the shoulder, the arm, the face, the head. This way, you know, I have an excuse. Oh, I just couldn't fight. He was hitting me with a bat. No, when somebody says they got hit in the bat with hit in the thigh with a bat repeatedly, they're not lying, because that would be a ridiculous lie. It didn't even affect me at the time. I didn't fall, nothing from that bat. Okay. Yeah, I know, Mustache Pete. Not just that one either. So, you know, you're creeping around, you're stalking the house. This is on video, okay? And you're waiting the whole time for your friends to show up because you didn't have the balls. And I know a little bit more I can't talk about. You know, I know a little bit more. That's all I'll say for now. Maybe someday I could tell you. But yeah, you wait hours upon hours for your boys to show up. Okay. You know why? Because the main one that really planned on doing something was not him. Okay? He was simply a tag along, because he swore up and down he'd show up here, and he never would have without them. He proved it in the video that you saw today. He would have never showed up without them. Okay? Now you have it on video because I was right there. And where'd he go? Just kept driving, and waited and waited and waited. And then when they got here, one of them pulled up to the stop sign on the corner, busted a little left, backed up into a spot, turned his lights off. Another guy was around the corner. Okay. He was somewhere down the fucking street. He got there late. They couldn't even find him. Okay. How do I know these things? Because I'm awesome. Okay. And then when I get home, boom, before I even have time to think, one guy's coming at me from across the street. Two guys are jumping out of a fucking van. And unbeknownst to me, two guys are getting out of a car behind me. But yeah, one-on-one fight. Oh, and mind you, Cincinnati, Ohio, Ocean City, Maryland. That's where they came from. And possibly elsewhere. That's just the two I know of. Okay? For a one-on-one fight. People don't travel that far to see Mayweather fight one-on-one. Okay? So, again, you guys can say what you will. Keep saying, I got the shit kicked out of me. This dickhead today made a comment, beating up FBS is like beating Jeff Nadeau. Bro, what do you know? You don't know shit. You weren't there either. You just listened to an asshole liar. Okay? And you're no fucking tough guy, bro. I looked into your shit. Okay? Beating up FBS is like beating up Jeff Nadeau. Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, you'll just guess that and assume it. And how street I am, too. I'm not street at all anymore, by the way. Nope. Regular guy in the suburbs. I forget what I was getting at, but anybody who wants to believe this, you have to be willing to ignore all of the evidence you have now. Oh, so-and-so never put his hands on him. It was only Johnny. Boom, picture of him with his hands on me. Oh, they didn't kick him while I'm down. Picture of me on the ground where the guy looked like he just got done kicking me in the fucking face. Oh, there was no black guy. Oh, Ronnie was there. Oh, well, nobody had a bat. Oh, bat in Johnny Mac's car. Oh, he went there to talk or he went there to see FBS one-on-one, but you drove around and around and around and around and around until 4 other people showed up to help you. So, listen, let me tell you, I'm learning. You can't even fucking let a motherfucker in here without giving him a wrench. He goes ape shit. This guy, a whole post today. I ain't FBS. Beating up FBS like beating up Jeff Nadeau. FBS ain't street. I'm street. Blah, 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 blah. Jesus, bro. Just because I didn't give you your fucking wrench back? Well, now you ain't even coming in here no fucking more. You guys know what I'm talking about. And if you see him, just block him. Okay? And just hope I don't get started on you, jerk off. Let me read some comments. Of course. Yes. It's in the description at all times. It's in the description, and I'll even put it up right here. There you go. Tony Pizza posted a video today. It's like a minute and 28 seconds of Johnny driving around the neighborhood past my house with my car sitting right here, meaning I'm at home. But he didn't stop, didn't do anything till hours later when everybody showed up. Yeah. And he was high as a fucking kite. And he had meth muscles or whatever the fuck it was. 100%. There's no questioning it. None. And they talk so fucking much, all of those guys. They've told so many people so many details about that night. It's unbelievable. I've never seen stupider people. I don't think they take this seriously. You're going to cross state lines with a plan to assault somebody and stalk out his house for hours and hours on video, a video which you choose to pass along to anybody who wants it. Okay? And then use multiple guys to beat him, including with a fucking bat. And then you just go and talk about it and tell everybody the details, what I did before, what I did after, where I went, where I was before. You know, and you tell the whole story. I was waiting for them, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah. Tell the whole fucking story. Unreal. Unbelievable. And these are street guys. Sorry, I had a cigarette in this hand. Street guys, yeah. Let's just pass the evidence, the damning evidence, to every unreliable motherfucker who's definitely going to turn on me someday, no matter what. Let's just pass the evidence to him and everybody else who wants it. So people could start releasing pictures and videos and telling stories. Oh my fucking God, holy shit. Ah. Oh, of course, Deganey. Now, it's not even a question anymore. You saw it with your own eyes. There's no denying he was here in broad daylight long before my wife left for work. Okay, long before she left for work. And she left for work about 2 hours and 45 minutes before the event. Okay, you're here in broad daylight by yourself with bear spray and a bat, and you were still too scared to stop here. So you waited hours and hours till everybody else got here from their respective states or whatever the fuck. And then, you know, you were tough. Yeah. Okay. Maverick, you. That's what I'm talking about, BX. Who the fuck knows? Nah, he wasn't on methadone that night. You see the picture of him afterwards? He's foaming at the fucking mouth. He's got white shit in the corners of his mouth. This is some fucking Tyrone Bigsby shit. Was that the... Wait a minute. No. Who was the crackhead in the Chappelle skits? Was that Tyrone Bigsby or was that the Black Klansman? I don't remember. Waiting for backup. Bear spray. Yeah, for little old me, a guy who earlier in his community post said beating me up would be like beating Jeff Nadeau up, and I ain't street, I ain't nothing to worry about. I'm tiny and I got noodle arms. Isn't it funny? Holy fuck, man. Anytime anybody mentions coming to see me or actually does come to see me, there's fucking multiple people and weapons involved. Meanwhile, you catch me off guard where I can't have so much as a bat in my hand or any fucking thing. You know? This might have also solved a little mystery about where that bat came from and how it got there so quickly. Of course, there's no question about it. Yeah, I know, Dexter. I know it wasn't coordinated. You can't. I mean, and people will say I lied. People will say he didn't get jumped. There was no bat. He lied. Meanwhile, you've caught every one of these guys. Well, at least the two most outspoken ones, and their boy, who they passed the evidence along to, just admitting their lie or lying, and finally, you know, the truth comes out. Within days or a week or two, you know, just lying, and everything they said is being proven every single day to be a fucking lie, yet nothing FBS said has any reason to be questioned, because nothing I say has any reason to be questioned, because I'm the most honest motherfucker on here, and I back up goddamn near everything I've ever said with fucking proof or documentation or something. Now, in this case, I don't even have to. You're doing it for me, you know? Yeah. It would have sucked. It's happened many times, Miss Campion. Bears don't fuck around. They don't care about that shit. Well, and these slap nuts, I mean, it would have been the same, you know, but no notice, you know, just creeping around, taking little private videos. You're not posting them. You're not letting anybody know you're around here. And this bullshit story about my neighbors, the story has changed a couple of times. First, my neighbors, Johnny was driving around and talked to one of them in a garage, and he said that I was an asshole. And then neighbors walked up while it was happening and said that nobody likes this guy. No, nobody. Do you know that the cop that came here had no fucking idea that I lived here? He said, I don't understand. How long you been here? I said, 4 years. He said, I've never even seen you. Yeah, exactly. I like it that way. I like it that nobody sees me. I don't talk to anyone. I stay to myself, but I don't bother anyone either. Okay? The people that came along after, they came along after everybody pulled off. And this story they want to push, my mother came outside and said, oh, I told you this was going to happen, whatever they're pushing. Well, luckily for us, it's on video that that's not what happened. Okay? Multiple videos. My mom was distraught because she saw a bunch of guys hop in cars and drive away. Okay? And me, obviously, with a bloody fucking face. And I would bring her in here to tell you that, but I ain't going to upset her again. Okay? And you're cowards. You did that knowing that my sick mother, with the conditions she has, was right here in the house. Not to mention an 11-year-old boy. Yeah, tough. There was one tough motherfucker there that night, okay? One. And it wasn't any of them. Unbelievable. Never. I've never. And I live my life in a hood where there are no rules, okay? I've never seen people that will go to a motherfucker's house when his wife or kids or mother is there. Never. I've never seen it. I swear to you on every fucking thing I love. It takes a true lowlife or group of them to even do that. I wouldn't doubt it, Mustache Pete. I wouldn't doubt it. But everybody knows everybody. You could tell by looking at me how hard I could hit. You could tell my exact size. You know what I look like in person, even though you've never seen me in fucking person. You know how well I can fight or can't fight. You know how tough I am or what a pussy I am. You know what happened that night, even though you weren't there. Everybody knows every fucking thing. And these are all people who have yet to do a fucking thing. They just talk. I'm so street. I'll whoop your ass from one side of the street to the other. I'll do this. I'll do that. Blah, blah, blah. What have you done so far? You know? You're talking about a guy who pulled up, knew that there was 3 guys there, all of which wanted to hurt him, and still got out of his car, stormed past 2 of them, got hit first, and then fought like a motherfucker. And you want to talk about how tough I am or not, or how street I am or not? Okay. Well, again, willful ignorance. You have to ignore facts and everything that you know went on there that night. You have to. Because the story I just told, the one I just said seconds ago, it was corroborated by them. But no. I'm this and I'm that, and I'm nothing to worry about, and I can't fight, and I'm small, and I'm like noodle arms, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay, sure. You're all real tough. All real tough. Meanwhile, half of you motherfuckers are still in hiding with avatars and fake names. Yeah. Hey, even the one guy on here who claims he hit somebody, MRE, he had a fucking giant Doberman pinscher, a bunch of his friends, and a gun to meet a guy who wanted to be his buddy. And while he tells his friend, hold the dog, and he knows he's got a gun in his pocket, he punches the guy in the face. And all of a sudden, he's like Rocky fucking Balboa. You know, he's fucking Tyson. Unfucking believable. Of course, of common sense, nobody would. Of course not. Yes, Chicago born. It's ridiculous. No, back. Of course not. Of course. And this asshole of all people, this is why you got 32 charges, bro. You send the evidence, and this is not one of your DUIs or one of your fucking stupid simple possessions or even your domestic violence. This is a whole other level. This is aggravated assault with a deadly fucking weapon. Okay, and 5 guys drove from 2 fucking states. Premeditated, they planned it, They met up together, and they didn't do a thing until it was all of them together. Coordinated as a motherfucker. And they fucking ambushed me when I least expected it. Okay? This is a serious fucking thing. And you sent all the evidence to a guy who you know it's only a matter of time before he turns on you and throws all that shit out there to jam you up. How can you even feel bad for somebody this stupid? Albert, I have no fucking idea. I swear to God, it's people get real fucking butthurt, man. Crypto Crotch, FBS, I still don't understand why it's still a toss-up on how many people were there when it's on multiple videos, seriously. Well, because I have reasons. Well, I'm not going to tell you every fucking thing. I was told what I can and can't do, Crypto Crotch. So why don't you ask him that, Crypto Crotch? Why don't you ask him? You got everything on video. You've already given away all the evidence. You say you beat his ass. You say you did all this. Show the video. Why don't you show him? Okay? And there's no toss-up to me. Do you understand that? I say 4 or 5 guys sometimes simply because, according to me, there's 5 guys. Okay? As far as I know, that's what was there. Okay? If you think every fucking camera that was in the area, if you think I possess all these fucking videos, it was dark out. You don't even understand what you're talking about, bro. You know, I wasn't the guy standing right there with a cell phone on the whole thing. That was Johnny. I don't have every fucking thing. I haven't seen every fucking thing. And I certainly ain't even going to be told everything, at least not yet. Okay? I say 4 or 5. Trust me, there was 5. I know there was 5. Okay? But they admitted to 4. And nobody wants to believe anything I say. All right? So if you want to believe 4, or whatever you want to believe, they admitted to 4. They did. They did. Okay? So I'll say 4 or 5 because it's up to you. You're not going to believe me anyway. So bare minimum 4, right? Does that make it better? Does that make it better by any chance? Yes, broad fucking daylight. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's the algorithm. I have 222 people, by the way. Not bad. It's the algorithm. I remember when Tom LaVecchia, he used to bitch about it. When the fucking NBA and the Button Man show ended and he put like a fucking hundreds of videos on fucking private, same thing. He still, to this day, he can't get 15 live viewers. Okay? That's just the way it is. You know, it fucks your algorithm up. They hate that shit. And it works a specific way. The more views you get, okay, the more the algorithm pushes your channel out there, like when you go live and stuff, right? So if I put, say, what I think to be around 800-900 videos on private, I'm not getting the views on those videos anymore. You get views on all your videos all the fucking time. It might not be many. It could be 1 a day on each video, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I took a lot of those videos down, so my views per day went down like a motherfucker. So they're just not pushing it like they usually do. It's happened to me time and time again when I use copyrighted music a lot. They do it. You know, it's just the way it is. If you look at my earlier videos, before a lot of bullshit took place, and my channel was new, you're not going to find a video with less than between 6,000 and 10,000 fucking views. And there was many videos with way more, 13,000, 50,000, 40,000. That's just the way it is. That when you piss YouTube off, they take it out on you. Who? Common sense. He had the bat and bear mace in the back seat. That little fuck stick, Mac. He definitely didn't grow up around my area. I was in the back. Oh, I thought it was in the passenger seat. Either way. Yes, Bart. Apparently they did, which was only a matter of time. I mean, what do you think? Pete's at war with a particular individual that just became friends with his best friend. So him and his best friend had a falling out, to say the least. Yeah. Or Johnny just became friends with pizza's worst enemy. Whatever the fuck I just said. Johnny became friends with pizza's worst enemy. So it was only a matter of time till Pizza and Johnny had a falling out. I don't know, but he was in a hotel pretty close by here, you know. Not even then, that's facts, B. Take my word for it. Damn, bro, weapons and extra people for backup. That kid must have thought you were on some Bruce Lee shit. No, that's what cowards do, man. You know, I've dealt with people like that my entire life. You know, this is why they always say there's nothing more dangerous than a coward with a gun. Because a coward's so scared to fight, the first thing he's going to do is pull a trigger on you. You know, and that's when you're dealing with cowards. You know, they come in groups, they bring weapons, they ambush you, they hit you from behind, they kick you while you're down. You know, simple as that. Stephen Cordell, $20. He said, match. Thank you very much, Stephen. As you guys know, Stephen Cordell is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. And I'm giving you a good show, guys. If you wouldn't mind donating, I'd appreciate it. I did like 4 hours worth of shows yesterday, and I made $90. I know that might sound like a lot to you, but then 30% comes off that 90, you know, and then I still have to pay taxes on that money. So, you know, I probably made about $25 for 4 hours of shows. So it's hurtful. So, you know, if you guys can help me out today, I'd appreciate it. Rob G and Chris, I mentioned what happened in SoFlo's show and asked what he thought about 4 guys with a bat doing that to you at your house. Oh, he loves it. He loves it, bro. What, were you on his show? What the fuck? Or just in his chat? Okay, Tyrone Biggums. There you go. Morgan & Morgan, $4.99. Sounds to me like you have a case. I can get you an unlimited supply of bagels and coffee when we win. If it's an A-Light bat, I can get even more. Well, I don't think it was, unfortunately, but never know. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan. Thank you for the $4.99. Yeah, I know, Chicago born, and I love it that way, trust me. The only reason I'm addressing this today is because there's still motherfuckers out there who want to act like they really believe for a second this is a one-on-one fight. And even though all the evidence flies in the face of that, not to mention the fact that whatever I say, you could always count on. You know what I'm saying? I'm addressing it because they keep doing stupid shit. And I just want to, in case you guys, not you guys in here, but some of the more biased people who don't have 2 fucking brain cells to rub together, in case they can't put all this evidence together yet, I'll put it together for you. What do you mean? Well, oh, okay, look at that. What show is that on? Miss Can't Be Wrong? Wait a minute. SoFlo said it was wrong and that there was deaf more than one person there? What, do you have a falling out with Johnny? Oh, that's right, Crypto Crotch. I forgot. Well, that dude is he's the, you know, that's who Sessa uses for his bullshit. I found out some things. You know, that's his bodyguard. Chicago Race Engines $4.99. I would shit myself if I heard Mac hit you with the bear spray. Well, you know, I guess that was an option for him, but you know, he didn't have to use it because of all the other people doing the damage for him. Alex for Jigadija. We take fives, tens, and the mix of the two for a match. Hit the like. If you could donate, it's free. That's right, guys. Hit the like, and if you can, please do. Alex for Jigadija, thank you very much, man. Without you, and the bigger donations from some of these people, and people like Sally who donate all the time, and Stephen Cordell, and a lot of you guys, Danny Green and stuff, there would be no show here. So thank you. And as you guys know, Alex for Jigadija is one of the biggest sponsors of the show. So do what you got to do. Hey now, 1999 for the Bear Trap Fund. Beware of wildlife in that area. Thank you for the 1999, bro. Thank you very much. Where is that? What do you want me to address, Miss Campiro? Very possible, Nico IRA. Most likely. Not yet. I will. Let me get down here. Apparently there's something I need to address. Common sense, just to give someone legal advice, but possession of bear spray by a felon or anyone with assault on record is a serious charge, just saying. Well, not to mention those clubs and nightsticks and shit like that. Look it up. At least in PA, even if you're not a felon, it's illegal. Believe that. It's true. If you have a bat in your car, you better have a fucking ball and glove with it. That's true. Look it up. Not allowed to carry nightsticks, clubs, which are like shortened bats, things like that. Can't do it. Doesn't matter, felon or no felon. But yeah, you're right about, of course. Yeah, Beck, of course he could have. Like he said he was going to do, remember? I'll come to your house. I'll fight you. We'll go out to a field somewhere. I'll drop you off at the hospital. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Look at me making a fucking mess. God damn it. The fuck did I just do? Hold on. I'll get to that later. Yeah, I know these slap nuts. You'll see it eventually. And you gotta understand, guys. I'm not gonna say I'm not stupid. I got a goal here. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I'm not even gonna give you an idea of what I may have or don't have. I'm not stupid. I understand what people tell me. When I'm giving advice, or even more so in order. I'm not a dumb guy. Common sense, you're a nut. JM saying he was there to talk his bullshit riding by your house before it was all planned. He couldn't go along. Yeah, with a bat and bear spray. There to talk. I keep it real. I'm 45, too old to fight. I'll just stab your ass, call it a day. I've been to county, state, ain't to the Fed bid yet. Don't say yet. Fuck around and get one. Yes, he is. That's facts, B. See, this is the problem, man, with accomplices. And Pete's an accomplice, okay? Before and after the fact. All right, because he knew about it. He did a show that something special would be happening that day. And then afterwards, he was given all the evidence. An accomplice, okay? If you decide to make somebody an accomplice, you better keep them happy. This is why drug dealers and shit, for the most part, always make sure that their buddies get bailed out as quickly as possible and stuff like that. You don't want them to be pissed off at you. This is why I'll never believe that John Gotti told Sammy that he has to take the rap for him. Because it would be like telling Sammy, you better go tell him me right now. Bro, in every picture of him, he's wearing that shirt. And so is the guy choking me who a brilliant Redzilla blocked out the face of. Jesus, let's see. He says his height, says his size, built just like Sessa, and has Sessa's shirt on. I wonder if that was Sessa. Smack drove 12 hours or something. LMFAO obsessed. 7.5. Yes, I do. It could have, I could have dropped fucking dead. I could have went into cardiac arrest. My defibrillator could have shocked me, anything. Yeah, it was a very silly move, And that's why it's got to be taken seriously, because you can't have people thinking they can get away with shit like that. You're not going to play by the rules, but I'm supposed to. Oh, you called the cops. You did. What do you mean? And oh, you invited it. What do you mean? When I told one guy, I'll fight you one-on-one, $1,400, show up. I invited 5 guys to ambush me out of fucking nowhere in 3 different cars from 2 different states with a bat and bear spray. I invited that. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Whatever, man. Plus now, or Mac now proved he was stalking you. Ding, ding, another charge. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. Well, BX, that's what I'm saying. I know. And a lot of the times, a lot of the shit he says is bullshit, but I've said it since the beginning. I'm not just saying this now. Every now and then he tells the fucking truth. And in this situation, I know, because I was the one who experienced it, what he's telling the truth about, what he's not. Last night, I heard he was saying something like they handed me $200 and I put fake blood on my face. Really, out of all the numbers you could have picked, you picked $200. I'm going to do that for $200. Okay. That kind of shit is insane, but since the beginning of this, he's been giving it away. He said that Ronnie was there hitting me, but he said I called him the N-word, which, by the way, wouldn't make a difference. You still can't do that. But of course I fucking didn't, so there's a little bit of truth and a lie. A little bit of truth and a lie. That's what you get with him. John Doe, didn't they ambush you before or after you said you charged Johnny? Mac, did they ambush you? What do you mean? What kind of stupid question? You do realize what the ambush was, right? I pulled up to my house. 3 cars pulled up with 5 people. Okay, and I knew of 3 of them that were right in my face. 2 jumped out of a van. Johnny came from across the street. I was in my car. The car wasn't in park yet. You still want to ask that question? Did they ambush me before or after? How would I have charged Johnny Mac after? Or before they ambushed me? Tell me that. How do you charge somebody who isn't there yet? This is the intelligence level of you people. How the fuck would I have charged them before they ambushed me? I want to know that. What did I do? I went and hunted them down first, and then I left, and I waited for them to show up at my house and ambush me. This is why the rest of your comment doesn't even need to be talked about. You're a fucking moron. Did they ambush you before or after you said you charged Johnny Mac? And besides, I know what you're getting at, and it don't matter what I did. 3 guys, okay, 2 of which have been threatening me online endlessly for weeks before, saying that they were going to come to my house, they were going to hurt me, they were going to take pictures of everybody going in and out of my house, they were going to do this, they were going to do that. One guy called a friend of mine and told him that if I don't call him within 3 days, his brother's going to shoot me in the head. Okay? They pull up to my house, and I now know the minute I see them, the second I see them, I am in danger. They are here to hurt me. They said it themselves before they got here. And if I take off, I'm leaving my mother, my dogs, and my 11-year-old stepson in harm's way. What do you mean? It wouldn't, I know, before or after you charged Johnny. It wouldn't matter what I did. If I had a gun and I shot Johnny, I'd still get self-defense. What do you mean? What did I always used to say? The reason it's not smart to go to somebody's houses or house, like on here, for example, somebody on here, you show up at their house because they know what you're there for. Okay. You're not showing up there to deliver them a pie or a pizza. Okay. You're there to harm them. And just based on that alone, and the fact that that can be proven, they could do whatever they want to you and they're not going to get in trouble for it. So, I see what you're trying to do, John Doe, but it's not working because your argument is dog shit, just like most of you guys. But I answered your question. I don't think it got blocked. Minnie Mac is talking like he's gonna run up on Gunsmoke. What the fuck up with that? He should announce when he's coming. Yeah, well, this is stuff. People got to take their precautions for themselves. He ain't gonna do a thing unless he's got a crew of people with him. Believe that. That's for sure. But then again, that'll be used to dig his hole a little deeper. You're still threatening people. Sessa's still threatening people. Okay. FBS, so you didn't charge him while his friend was being a gentleman? No, Sally. No. No. Not at all. That's like what the dude is. Like, what do you mean, man? They all pulled up on you? And you charged one of them? You mean all these guys that said they were going to put you in the hospital and burn your house down and take pictures of your wife and your mother and all these people going in and out of your house and stalk you and do shit to your property and everything? What do you mean? You just charged them? You're guilty, motherfucker. This is all your fault. You know what I mean? They're getting off. They're the ones who are just defending themselves. Yeah. You sitting at your house where your family is, not bothering any fucking buddy, just getting out of the car after going to the store. You had no right to hit anybody because they were just there to talk and have a nice conversation. They drove 7.5 hours away, 4 hours away, and who knows who else came from where. Okay. In 3 different cars with a bat and bear spray and who knows what else. Let's be honest. You think one of them didn't have a gun? According to his brother, he was going to shoot me in the head. So I believe that guy had a gun on him. I guarantee he did. Okay. So anyway, I don't even remember what I was getting at, but yeah, all these guys, they just came, just gonna have a nice conversation. How dare I do something when somebody says, we're here because Johnny Mac wants to fight you? How dare I actually fight? Because see, this is why I can't win. Look at John Doe. Okay. Now the people who hate me, I'm a pussy. I didn't fight, whatever. Okay. Now this guy who also hates me. Oh, well, you did fight, but it was your fault. Did you do it before or after they ambushed you? Holy shit. Unbelievable. Yeah, waving a knife. Shut the fuck up, bro, please. Waving a knife. I said wait, where's that again? Hold on. I was waving a knife around. Okay. Let me ask you something, John Doe. Why wouldn't they have released that video? That would cover their asses, right? There's got to be video of it if I was doing it, right? Oh, okay. Just checking. Crypto crotch. FBS, that's what I meant. Multiple videos, meaning there's two. There's two. How can they lie is the question. That's what I meant. I never said I don't believe you. Okay. Well, a cream soda, not so much. Maybe a Pepsi, Coke. No, I know what you're saying, bro. I know. Don't worry about all that. It's all, I know what I need to know and I have what I need to have. And I passed everything along. It's not going to be my issue. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Well, Jem, it seems like they would have really fucked you up. Okay, Jem, let's take a look at something. Lee Cole stole my signal. Okay. No, John Doe, it can't. And no, I don't. Did you not just hear what I said? I want you to tell me how it would be a problem. Tell me. You have proof now that 5 guys, or according to them, 4 guys came from 2 states with multiple weapons. Okay, they all met up after stalking my house all day, And then they came there with the plan to assault me because Tony Pizza said it's going to be a special day today. And that's exactly what they did. And by the way, Johnny Mac hit me first. I got out of the car to fight like a man. They said he wants to fight you. Okay, let's fight. Why would I revise that statement? Why? What did I do? This is of course probably Johnny Mac or one of his buddies. You know that, right? So let me answer. Who is that person? Where did that fucking comment go? Hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now I'm all fucked up. I got to get to Casey's super chat. And then Sally, $10. Matchy match. Thank you, Sally. And as you guys know, Sally is the biggest sponsor of this show. I'm one of the biggest sponsors of this show. I don't want to offend anybody. Thank you, Sally. Casey Robinson, a.k.a. the Shaky Shooter, $5. We drive around gun rack in the back with a rifle and a baseball bat. Merca. Thank you, Casey. Where did that comment go? It doesn't matter. I don't have to find it. They said something about me getting ambushed, and you would think that if they all hit me, I would have been really fucked up, right? Who was that? I do want to find it anyway. Yeah, John Doe. I don't even know why I keep answering your comments. Let me explain it to you again. I came home from the fucking grocery store, from Walmart. Okay. 3 cars pulled up, 2 that I could see, a van and then Johnny across the street. 2 guys jump out of the van. Sessa immediately starts screaming at me. Yeah, I'm here, motherfucker. You want to do this, this, and this with my daughter, blah, 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 all that bullshit that he made up. Okay. So I start yelling back. I'm in my car. It's not in park yet. And here comes Johnny rushing across the street with his camera, and they say Johnny wants to fight you. So in your mind, even if I did get out of the car and rush him and start beating on him, you think that somehow I'm in the wrong or would be held responsible for that. John Doe, what do you got? Like a first grade education? Where do you get your law knowledge from? Tony Soflo? Yeah, the ambush took place the minute they pulled up on me, before the car was in park. So, and the car wasn't in park, right? So I didn't get out yet and charge anybody, right? Just block John Doe. He's being a fucking asshole. Delete all his comments, please. Thank you. So anyway, whatever that comment was, okay, I'm not going to search for it. You thought that if they all were jumping on me, then I would have been real fucked up. Okay, let me get asshole's comment off the fucking screen because he's just being a troll. I'll never believe somebody's that stupid. So wherever you are, somebody text me, Miss Campion, what was the girl's name that made that comment so I could address her, please, motherfucker. As soon as I got kicked out, I lose some of the comments. 232 people, by the way, an hour and 11 minutes in. Thank you very much. Don't be afraid to donate cash, too, if you'd like, guys. I appreciate it. No. The girl that said she thinks I would have been fucked up. Was her name Ann or something? Jem? Was it Jem? Okay. All right, Jem. Let me show you something. Maybe you didn't see this. That's the back of one side of my head. You could see the scratches, the redness all over my head. You could see the giant fucking lump on the right side at the bottom. You see that? See the big lump? Okay. Now, how about in the middle, right there, there's another little lump. And on the left side, another big-ass lump. Okay, you see that? You see the scratches all over my neck? Gem? You see them? Here, let's go to the left side of my head. Oh, look at that. It's the size of a fucking baseball. Right next to the one I just showed you, which is basically right in the back of my head. There's this huge one on the left. Look at the fucking size of that lump. It almost seems like when I was saying I was being hit from behind repeatedly, it almost seems like I was telling the truth, doesn't it? I wonder why that is. Let's move on. That's my arm and around my chest. Okay? I know it almost seems like maybe I was getting kicked or stomped. Well, let's move on and see. That's my chest, big, huge fucking scratch across my chest. You could still see up here towards my neck where it's all red. All right. There's my arm again and my chest. You see that scar right there? You see that scar right around my brucellosis right there? And that big lump next to it? That scar is where I had surgery. And that big lump, that's my defibrillator. Right above that, okay, is a big fucked up bruise of some sort. Looks like it was semi-open too, right? Like I might have been bleeding from it. Now look at my arm, which would be my left arm. Look at my left arm right above it, all bruised up. Looks like I was battered, right? Looks like I might have been, I don't know, stomped, kicked, hit by a lot of people. Okay, let's move on. There's one side of my back. How do you think bruises like that occur? Let's move on. The other side of my back. Oh, look at that. How you like all that? Look good? Let's move down here. Oh, that's the same picture of my arm. My bad. There goes my neck. All scratched up and all fucked up, right? Yes. There goes my neck from the front and from the side. And which, you know, even in that picture, you could see my ears all fucked up and red. My the back of my head where it's all scratched up and lumpy. Okay. Does that look like a typical one-on-one fight to you, Jem? Meantime, I didn't even show you because I don't have it up here in my overlay, but I posted it in my community. It's still there. You can go look at it. My leg, where they said I didn't get hit with a bat because no bat was, you know, existed, even though we now know that they brought a bat. My leg has a big fucking knot on the muscle. I didn't even know you can get a knot on muscle. I thought it had to be on a bone or some shit, okay? Big fucking knot. And it's black and blue as a motherfucker. Well, green, whatever color it was. So there you go, Jim. Question answered? Fair enough? Okay. Those lumps look like ears to me. Well, two of them were. Bro, that shit was fucking, yeah. That's, yeah, I know. They doubt that I had a heart procedure too. I know. Give me a second, guys. All right. If FBS had a hickey on his nips, I'd say Johnny Depp did it, but those lumps, no way Leprechaun did those. I mean, yeah, and guys, you know, it's not even like maybe to some of you it'll look like it wasn't that bad of a beating. In all honesty, considering how many fucking people were there and hitting me, it really wasn't that bad. I got very, very fucking lucky. Okay, but it was still obviously done by multiple fucking people. It was sucker shit. I was ambushed. I was hit from behind. I was kicked in the face while I was on the ground. And mind you, most of that, the majority of it, came after my nose was already broken and my teeth were loosened, which is why I told you guys that I was letting myself get hit in the back of the head because I couldn't afford to get hit in the face anymore. And what do you know? FBS says he was getting hit in the back of the head, and then he produces a bunch of pictures of the back of his head all lumped up. Do you get the point yet? That every single thing I've told you, okay, there's some sort of either, what's the word? Corroboration from the assailants, okay? Or there are pictures to prove what I told you, okay? And some of which came from them. You guys really want to argue this with me? You can't win. When somebody's telling the truth, you can't beat them in an argument. It's impossible when you're continuing to push lies. So maybe Jem didn't see those pictures. Maybe you thought all I got was a broken nose and loose teeth. Well, even that, if you believe that Johnny did that, you're in fucking la la land. Okay. But now you've seen everything else too, like as if you didn't see it before. And that doesn't include my fucking tailbone was obviously, if it wasn't broken, it was severely fucking bruised. I still can't sit right. You could see, you guys haven't seen me, I can't. Okay. And my back, the fucking pain in my back, because I'm sure I was getting kicked and every fucking thing else. That's where all those marks are from. My back is still killing me till this fucking day. My back and my tailbone. And of course, I say I hit somebody. My one hand is blown up like a balloon. The other hand is normal. It just happens to be the one blown up like a balloon just happens to be the hand that I hit with because I'm left-handed. And they're like, no, he didn't fight. He didn't do anything. No, you're right. Yeah. What did that how did that occur? What happened? FBS, your Jesus and praying hands have been talked about. People don't understand. Sometimes people get tats. Then their beliefs change. Well, that's because people can't stand the fact that I'm a little bit smarter than them. Okay. And I don't believe in a fairy tale. And I'm an atheist. All right. So they want to push. They're all convinced that I can't possibly be an atheist. I must be lying about that. Why would I lie about that? It only hurts me on here. It only hurts me. The majority of the people here are religious. If I talked a lot of that God shit like some of these people do, I'd probably make more money and everything else. Okay. That praying hands tattoo, that was done when I was 18 years old. Okay. Still a Catholic, practicing to some extent Catholic. And the Jesus on my chest was because I too was a little brainwashed. Okay. When I was 19 and I had the seizure, they snowed me with 64 milligrams of Ativan, which should have killed me. They had to do that to put me in a coma. When my doctor, who was not here during the time I was in the hospital, I was being treated by a different doctor. When my doctor came back, she told me that the doctor who did that to put me in a coma saved my life, because the coma is the only thing that slowed my heart down and stopped me from having a massive stroke or a massive heart attack. Okay. But she said that he took a major risk with my life at the same time, which she would not have taken, because that much Ativan could have also killed me. You understand? So she said, she's being a religious woman, God was obviously watching over you. Now, of course, I've gotten older. I put childish things aside, and I realized that no, modern medicine and science kept me alive. Okay. But according to her, it was God. And I was still semi-Catholic, very Catholic family. Everybody's in my family. Everybody in my family is a believer and a religious person to some extent. My mom, very. So I got Jesus tattooed over my heart. Why over my heart? Because my heart is what got saved. Okay. You see, I could tell you everything in such great detail. You have to be a fucking moron to ever disagree with me or try to say I'm lying. Those tattoos, I'm just not going to get them covered up. Who gives a fuck? That's not it. I have a big ass crucifix that you didn't see, like this fucking big, on my spine, on my upper back, big as a motherfucker. I didn't get that covered up either because I just don't care. Will I eventually? It could happen if I decide to put other shit there, but I don't plan on getting other tattoos really on my body like that. And they're pretty fucking big. They'd be hard to cover up. But that's it. I don't believe in God. I don't believe there is a God. I have no interest in the Bible or God talk or God anything. Okay? I became an atheist, full-blown atheist. Now, you could ask my mother, and she'll tell you, throughout my late teens and early 20s, I was really struggling with it. You could ask anybody in my family. But 2012, I believe it was December 15th. Now, that's after 9/11, and I was there a month or two after, and I saw the death and destruction that took place there. Not the death, but you could smell it in the air. You knew what took place. You could see them still knocking down buildings that are still burning, shit like that. Okay. You saw what a horrible tragedy that was. That was a religious thing. Okay. That was based on religion. Okay. You could say what religion you want, same God. Okay. My friend Shannon had a beautiful baby girl get leukemia at the age of 2. And she blogged every single day on the internet to keep everybody posted because everybody loved and adored this little girl. That little girl lived till she was 7, and she died of leukemia blind and pretty much crippled in her mother's arms. That was strike 2. Among the fact that I'm a pretty smart guy and I see things that go on in the world and around me. I always did. That's why I always questioned God to some extent. Okay? Then Sandy Hook happened. Sandy Hook, of all fucking things, okay? The one of the worst tragedies in American history. What was it, 25 or 26, like first and second graders, and a teacher or two, and I forget exactly, okay? But I believe it was 25 or 26 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, gunned down by a lunatic whose asshole mother, knowing he was a psychopath and a fucking deity, left all her fucking guns just all over the house for him to grab and do whatever he wanted with. And I read an article that a rabbi wrote, and the title was, "What Kind of God?" This is a rabbi, and even he was saying, not interfering with free will is no excuse for this not being stopped if there's a God up there with the power to stop it. All right? Because I read, I know a lot of people here don't do that. I do. And that was it for me. Atheist 1000% ever since, and none of you will change my mind. I've been on my deathbed. I was supposed to be dead within hours. They asked to bring me a priest. I said, don't you dare bring a priest in this room. Okay? It doesn't matter. God forbid I'm on my deathbed tomorrow. I will not pray. I will not see a fucking white light. I will not go to heaven. I will not go to hell. I will not believe in any of that horse shit, and I won't be asking for help. Trust me. Okay? Because there's nobody here to help you. That's it. That's my beliefs. I'm not telling you how to think, but don't tell me how to think. So yeah, I have tattoos like that on my body. I also have other tattoos on my body that if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have gotten, as many of you do. Or as many of you do. Yes. You understand? But people love that because they can't believe it. There's no way he could be an atheist. How could he not believe in my God? Well, because I'm not you. So think whatever you want, but it is what it is. I also have, look at that. What is that right there on my arm? That is the universal symbol for atheism. Now, I got that tattoo in about 2017. Does that one count, or just the praying hands and the Jesus? Just out of curiosity. This all perjury, yeah, according to Pizza. No, of course. Of course. Any reasonable woman would. Yeah, well, we already know about all that. That guy didn't get specific today. It just seemed like he was just saying them. So I lost my train of thought because I read another comment. Yeah, he was just saying he cheated, but I don't know if he has any. He probably has some more, inside info, but who knows? Maybe he should have, put that out there rather than talking up shit about me the whole fucking time. In that video, right after his little buttercup knuckles were not even red, he did not do damage. No, of course not. No, and this comment, Johnny had no marks because he was not in a fight. Oh, here's the camera. Yeah, I told you guys, and I'll tell you again. When I got out of the car, I went for Johnny past Sessa and the black guy, Ronnie. Okay? Johnny hit me in the face. He did. And then I started beating the ever-loving shit out of him. I told you, I caught him in the face first, and then I caught him in the back of the head. During that, the back of the head several times, which is why, by the way, you can see in that picture where he says there's nothing wrong with him. His cheeks are swollen. And Tony Pizza said he has pictures of Johnny Mac's bruises all over the back of his head and the sides of his head. It's from getting hit. Okay? While that was happening, I started getting hit by the black guy from behind. I told you the Johnny thing, if it lasted 30 to 40 seconds, I'd be surprised. Okay. I think I'm shooting high saying that. I think it was much less. Okay. But 30 to 40 fucking seconds. All right. And I start getting hit from behind by the black dude. That was it. From there on out, after Johnny dropped his camera, which is when I started getting hit by the black guy. I think that was the last time I hit him, when he dropped his camera. The black guy started hitting me. Might he have gotten some shots in, Johnny? Possible. Maybe. Maybe we'll see. Maybe it's on video. Maybe it's not. Okay? I'll just say that. Right? He might have. After I'm getting hit left and right by the fucking black guy. But then that was it. I fucking went over to the grass. I slipped on the grass and fell. At least I think that's what happened. Okay. And I started getting kicked, in the face. And then once I got kicked in the face, and I was like this on the ground, trying to get up, and a foot came toward, boom, right in my fucking mouth and my nose. My nose broke instantly. I felt my mouth fill up with blood. And that was it. My only goal after that was to get away before I wind up losing my 4 front teeth or doing so much damage to my face it can't be corrected. So the black guy follows me and he's hitting me. And this is after many of them kicked me on while I was on the ground. Who kicked me in the face for sure? Because I believe the kick in the face, I'm not sure if I got kicked in the face only once, but I got kicked in the face at least once. I was getting kicked in general. Okay. And I think I tried getting up a couple of times. I kept falling. Once I got up, I'm trying to get away. And the guy's hit me from behind. He's hit me in the back of the head and the side of the face. At one point, the black dude, he hit me right on the side of my face. He swung around, boom. And he said, "You want to talk about my daughter, or my sister, motherfucker?" Which at this point, I'm like, who are you and who is your sister? Because till this day, I don't know if Sessa has a daughter. I swear to you on every fucking thing I love. Okay, till this day. So, he swings around, hits me in the face. This for talking about my sister. Okay, whatever. And he just keeps hitting me, and I'm trying to get away. And then Sessa comes over, snatches me up a little bit, lets me go. I might have fell after that. And then I got up. I'm trying to get away. And I'm still getting hit in the face and the head. But, he's hitting me with a fucking bat. He's swinging a bat like this. Hit me in the fucking right leg and the thigh, and hit me in the fucking head, with his other fucking hand. Okay, and this shit went on. This shit went on for a couple of fucking minutes. And we faced off a little bit at the end, and he left. He walked over to my car. He opened my driver's side door, and he's just staring in my car, just staring at it. Like I said, I think he was fantasizing about what it would be like to have a car, or a nice car. Probably just a car. And then they got in the fucking cars and they took off. That's it. But Johnny was involved in that thing for a total of 30 to 40 seconds tops. Every time I looked over, while I'm getting kicked, while I'm down, while I'm fucking trying to get away and I'm getting hit in the back of the head, when I'm fucking being choked up, and when I'm fucking being hit with the bat and still being hit in the head and shit, Johnny was filming. He was standing on the grass with his phone. Who do you think took those pictures? Did you notice yet? Several pictures have been released and he's not in any of them. Have you noticed that yet? Yeah. Was it Miss Can't Be Wrong? Yeah, I don't know if I noticed that. What is that supposed to be? Collaborate, I guess? What are you talking about? Who said that? Probably Tony Cross. This happened 2 Wednesdays ago, October 4th. Yes, simple as that, And I hate to even talk about that atheism shit, but, people want to push. SoFlo used to try this. You're not an atheist, you're agnostic. You know what agnostic is versus atheist? Agnostic is basically like you don't believe in any particular God or religion, and you really have no use for it in your life. That's it. You don't know where you stand, really. Mine is completely opposite. Completely opposite. I believe 1,000% there's no God. Can I prove it? No. And you can't prove there is one. So that's it. Yeah, I know Walt Liquor. It's Jordan, Canada. Yeah, I know. No, I didn't. Common sense. You wouldn't have had to interfere with free will. Matter of fact, most of these things they say that, oh, he can't interfere with free will. He wouldn't have had to. You know, it was December 15th, Sandy Hook, Connecticut, I believe, right? Or Newtown, Connecticut. It could have snowed that day. The school could have been shut down. Adam Lanza could have been hit by a fucking bus on the way to the school. His mother could have had her guns locked up. That would not be interfering with free will. So that's just an excuse they use because they can't come up with a reason why such horrible things happen. Oh, it's because he can't interfere with free will because most things are done by man, most horrible things. So they came up with that excuse. Oh, free will. Can't interfere with free will. Why not? Common sense, in my opinion. You know, I know that if somebody helps their neighbor, that's good. I know if somebody murders their neighbor, that's bad. And I don't need the Bible to tell me that. But I love you, bro. Me and Common Sense have debated this shit before on the phone and stuff. What's up, FBS? I thought the 5 p.m. surprise was 5 p.m. West Coast time. Did I miss surprise? It wasn't that big. I just talked about something I haven't been talking about. You know, what you've been hearing. And I talked about some shit that was released or put out there today, I guess you could say, by morons. Oh my God, Jordan, Canada. That's fucking funny, bro. Can't even listen to this. It's fucking infuriating. I hate punks that jump or need more than one person to do something. Me too. Now, for the person earlier who said that, you know, you would have thought if there was 5 guys, I would have been really fucked up. Let me tell you, man. And I talk about it a lot, but I have every right to, because that was not your average beating when I was 16. When I was 16, that shit, you didn't even recognize me. My mother didn't recognize me. I looked like a fucking alien. My friends didn't recognize me. I was bleeding from so many different areas on my fucking body. My whole fucking face was swollen. I had knots from each knuckle print because they're hitting me with rings and shit. You know, I fucking the back of my head was split open from getting my head cracked in the cement. I mean, I was fucked up. That shit was a nightmare. I'll tell you what this was. They could have done a lot more damage. Like he could have, for instance, let's just say I would have done something to one of them, stabbed one of them, something like that. They would have killed me with that bat. They would have hit me right in the fucking head, square in the head with it, as many times as it took, especially that black dude, because that's his job for Cessa. Believe that. Okay. This is why I realized that very early on, and I started trying to get away. Okay, because now, you know, everybody can say, I would have fought till the end. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't. I got kicked in the teeth and $16,000 started ringing in my head because that's the minimum it would have costed to get that fixed. Okay, my nose was broken. If it would have been broken more, it might have been unfixable. I don't want to end up like Artie Lang. I already have a giant fucking hole in the center of my nose. I can't afford to have it broken. And I was trying to just get away, but they had a plan, you know. Hitting me in the leg with that bat was not a mistake. He was deliberately hitting me in the same spot, which is right above the knee, which tells me that you weren't going for maximum damage, or you would have hit me in the knee or the back or the head or whatever. Okay, so they had a plan, and Cessa knows he's on the financial hook for everything they did that night because this was his plan. He made the threats on video that are still on Johnny Mac's channel, by the way. He made the threats on video, and he's the one that will be getting sued. He knows that. Okay? So he told them, I guarantee you, don't go too far. Don't really, really hurt him. You know, I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Because he was the boss that night. Johnny was only there because of him. Ronnie only did what he did because of Sessa, and the brother lied. I'm sorry, wait. Yeah, the brother was only there, I think, because he was lied to by his fucking brother, Anthony. Okay, did I say all that right? I think so. And the guy who was with his brother, who knows? But that was all about Anthony, you know. Anthony is claimed to have gone to Vinnie Adams' house, and he said he brought guys with him. These were the guys: his brother, Ronnie, not Johnny, probably, and whoever the other guy was. And then, you know, they're threatening to do it to Joey Dimes, and apparently now Gunsmoke. You know, it's that black guy's job to do his bidding for him. There's no question. Why do I say that? Because he's his employee, and I heard Anthony say he worked for him for 25 fucking years. That's the money guy, Anthony. You know, so this was all based on him, his decision, and his actions. They followed along because they're all followers. And that's it. And like I said, even his brother, I think his brother was there because Sessa lied to them. And, you know, at first I thought it was Sessa that was lied to. Then I realized, I heard some other things. Sessa is a pathological liar. He makes things up randomly. If I told you the things I found out that he claims that are lies, you'd be shocked. Okay, so he made this shit up. He told Ronnie he's talking about, you know, whoever. He told his brother he's talking about whoever. He doxed this one, he doxed that one. You know, and he did that because he's trying to show what a big badass he is on here. You know, that's it. He's one of these people that wants to be in the chat of the most hated, most disliked individual in the history of MobTube. And he wants to talk his shit and cheer on this fucking animal. And when anybody says anything about him, he goes into a complete and total tailspin. So he wants to scare people out of doing that. That's it. Simple as that. No Sessa, no nothing. That night, nothing. Nobody else would have been there, especially Johnny. The fight details are very disturbing. Horrible people feel they can take things to real life without consequences. Yeah, you can't. What's up, Italian? 1018. What it is. What it is. It isn't an excuse that was written in the Dead Sea Scrolls over 2,000 years ago. And Ray pondered those questions before science was a thought. That's ignorance. Come on. All right, buddy. FPS, I just recently found out the name Sessa used here. What do you mean? Text me. And yes, common sense. Listen, people, there's always been evil. There's always been evil people that do evil things. And because this whole thing was bullshit from the beginning, nothing more than a cult, they had to come up with a reason to justify how there's a God who's all-knowing and all-powerful, who can't seem to do anything to help anyone. You know, as powerful as he is up there in the sky, can't seem to do anything to help anyone. So there had to be, from the beginning of the whole fucking thing, okay, there had to be a story, an excuse. Why not? Why can't he do anything? Can't interfere with free will. You know, it's amazing. Why do people pray? You know, one child has cancer and lives, and they give all the fucking thanks to prayer. Oh, prayer. People pray. The power of prayer. God, God, God. The next child has the same cancer, but he dies, and they say, well, God can't do anything about that stuff here on earth. Well, then why'd you pray for the other child? And what about this child? He had prayers for him too, but he died. You know, it's just... BK Salcrook, Hep C Mac recently gave my name and kids' pics to Pizza to put in his community page because I cut off Mac and he knows I will never be his friend again because he's a bitch. Listen, BK Sal, bro, this is all I really have to say. You're buddies with SoFlo, right? Am I correct, BK Sal? Because he does that same shit to other people that Pizza's doing to you now. And honestly, you sat by while my mother was talked about. You sat by while my wife and my daughter were talked about, BK Sal. So I don't want you here. Okay? Simple as that. Don't email me. Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't fucking show up in my chat. I don't want you here. I would love to see FPS and Common Sense have a civil, friendly debate over this subject. Well, we actually did once, but it doesn't matter. Listen, yeah, of course, I love Common Sense. Well, Common Sense, let me tell you something, man. It is extremely difficult in life to find a friend as good as a Common Sense or Mustache Pete. Common Sense, there's nothing I wouldn't do for Common Sense. You know what I mean? Same with Mustache Pete. Nothing. And I think they feel the same way when it comes to me, So things like this aren't important in life. Common Sense has his beliefs, and I respect those, and I have mine, and I know he respects mine. And, that would never come in between our friendship. We debated once about it on here and then once on the phone afterwards. And in the end, it all came down to the same thing. Like, we're friends. It doesn't matter. It's I don't think he has any real desire to try to change my mind, and I don't have any real desire to try to change his, and you'll never change anybody's mind about those things. And that's one of the reasons I don't really like having those conversations with friends, because it will a lot of the time cause trouble. But he's a good dude, man, and I am so fucking grateful for his friendship and Mustache Pete's friendship. You have no idea. So that's all I could say about those two motherfuckers. Well, now, if you're telling me, are you telling me that these would not exist without God? Because if that's the case, I'm going to church Sunday, I guess. Okay, is that if there's a session before then, I'll go to that one. Okay. If you mean to tell me that these would not exist without a God in the sky, then I'm on board. My mind has just been opened. Yeah. Let me see. No, I know you do, Tony Ducks. I know. So I had to go back to your other comment. Yeah, I know. It's all good, man. Let me tell you, my mother is still a devout Catholic. My dad, last time I talked to him, he was as well. My brother is a big believer in God. Okay. Most of my family, they're all believers for the most part. And I have no problem with that. And they have no problem with would my mother like if I was not an atheist? Sure. But she knows I have a mind of my own. Same thing with my daughter. And I always told her, like, my stepkids, I didn't obviously meet them till they were older, but I would tell them the same thing I told her. I will not persuade you one way or another. You make that choice for yourself. If you believe. If you don't. Either way, I won't try to change your mind. It's up to you. It's a personal thing people have, it's personal if you don't believe in God, and it's personal why you don't. And if you do believe in God and why you believe in God is also personal. So it's something like politics. It's better off never being argued about, It's actually a technique in Muay Thai to keep hitting the back of the leg behind the knee over and over again. Within minutes, the opponent cannot stand and fight anymore. Oh, well, trust me, I knew that he was doing it most likely to make me fall, but that makes sense. Yeah. But because in honesty, if he didn't want me to fall, he would have just hit me. Or if he wanted me to fall, he probably would have just hit me directly in the knee. Yeah, Mustache Pete, but I know how things get. Somebody always winds up getting, or sometimes both people always wind up getting a little pissed off, and it can do damage to a friendship. It can. You can't tell me you can't see the hand of God in Jordan 12s. I can. I absolutely can. Let me see. No, never would try. I used to be a devout atheist for most of my life. Trust me, I know all about it. Ha ha. The Four Horsemen, Hitchens, Dawkins, Dennett, Krauss, whatever. Harrison, Dennett, Dawkins, and Hitchens. Yeah. Harris. Did I say Harrison? Harris. Sam Harris, Richard Dawkins. Was it David Dennett, I believe, and Christopher Hitchens. But brilliant fucking men. But yeah. I just remember one time Christopher Hitchens was debating Al Sharpton, and Al Sharpton said something like, I don't know why he has a problem calling me Reverend, talking about Christopher Hitchens. And Christopher Hitchens said, I don't have a problem with it. I just can't understand why you'd ever want to be called a reverend. And it was just a drop the mic moment. It was fucking beautiful. and let's be honest, Al Sharpton, I think we'd all like to see him be beaten a debate, whether it's an atheist or not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Let's see. You're not an atheist. You're agnostic. I'm also not honest, but you're really interesting. Alex Fajigadaja, because there's a nerve that runs down your leg. It's hit till you can't stand on that leg. That makes sense. You talking about these 12s, bro? Or all new Jordans? Because let me tell you, man, I am not going to lie. These fucking things, even compared to other 12s I have that are relatively new, these are light. They feel more flimsy than fucking some of my other 12s. And these, you know, they came from, where the fuck did I get these? The sneakers app, Nike. You know, I got them on a shock drop. So it's not like they're fake or anything. So I was surprised when I took them out of the box. You noticed that, Ducks? I don't know. Al Sharp Tongue is a moron. Yeah, he's a fucking jerk off. If you're looking to gain a tough guy image, don't jump him, man, when he's solo and claim a one-on-one fight. It makes you look very weak. Yeah, and not only was I solo, I'm at a house where even when you're being beaten like that, especially actually, you're thinking about the people inside your house. You know, and I didn't want my mother to come out of that house and find me dead in the neighbor's yard. You know, so, you know, it's all these people who judge me. I did this, I did that. You could all fucking blow me. Now, half of you guys have never been in a real fight. The other half have never been jumped. You've never spent a day in jail. You've never been through real hardship or struggle. You don't even know anything about life. You know what I'm saying? These clowns like BK and shit, like, come on, bro. Like, who are you to fucking talk about anything? You don't know me. You think you know me. You don't. It's just ridiculous. Wow. All right, guys. Nico C, what's up, bro? Yeah, I know it did. Well, that's what happens with everything, bro. All right, guys, listen. Oh, yes, Jesse. Not to continue on this, but yes, I just don't like the assumption that without religion, one is not a good person. Most criminals have preferred a religion, and most wars have been done in the name of religion, and terrorist attacks have been done in the name of religion. And when somebody blows up or walks into an abortion clinic and starts gunning people down, it's done in the name of religion. And a lot of anti-gay shit, homophobia is because of religion, and a lot of racism is because of religion, and a lot of shit. Okay, we can go on and on and on. Yeah, in my opinion. Okay, in my experience, if a person's a good person, they're a good person. It doesn't fucking matter. And if a person's a bad person, they're a bad person. You can't argue that the majority of the biggest lowlifes on fucking damn near all of them on MobTube claim to be very religious. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, so no, sorry, Steve Harvey. Okay, but nothing about being religious makes anyone a good person. I know religious people that are so fucking hateful and vicious. It's unbelievable. And I know atheists who are the kindest people in the world. Now, they have hateful, vicious people too. Just like religious people have kind, generous, loving, caring people. You know, they both sides do. But just because you're one or the other doesn't make you either good or evil. Okay, that's you can never convince me otherwise. I remember I went to my girlfriend's grandparents' house for Thanksgiving one year. The whole house, crucifixes everywhere, God, this Bible on the coffee table. They're talking God to me the whole time. And then after dinner, I heard the grandfather drop the N-word so many times in such a hateful fucking manner, saying some of the most disgusting shit I ever heard about black people in my fucking life. And I was like, well, there you go. You know, a lot of hatred there. All right, guys, thank you for everything. Seriously, I love you guys. You are the fucking absolute best. Let me shout out my man here. Stephen Cordell, thank you. Anything in the Cash App? Not a dime. In a minute. Oh, Chris Capello, $10 for matched. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. And let me thank Sally, Chicken Hawk Lee, Brutally Brittany, Danny Green, hey now. Morgan and Morgan, Chicago Race Engines, Alex Fajigadaja, hey now again, Sally again. Wait, I skipped. Did I put hey now up there? Yeah. Sally again. Casey Robinson, aka the Shaky Shooter. Thank you guys for everything. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight. We'll see. But either way, I love you all. And until next time, salute.